Hey Virgo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Virgo romantically. I do always like to remind you, Virgo, that these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate. You're always welcome to take what works and leave the rest. So we're jumping right into it today, and we're going to see what could be coming toward Virgo in love. First message coming out today for Virgo, very interesting. We're starting out with the Death card today, which is not about a literal death. It's about a transformation happening in your love life. Typically, I see the Death card showing up within a love reading when it's like out with the old, in with the new. Something is ending to create space for something even better to be happening. So like I said, Virgo, it's a highly transformative energy to definitely suggest here that there could be some big shifts and changes that are happening in your love life right now. Let's pull some more cards to see where it goes. Tell me more, please, about what could be coming toward Virgo. I flippin' love the tarot, you guys. Okay, look at what comes after the Death card. A brand new beginning in love. OMG, this is literally what I was saying, and the tarot's like, let me just confirm it for you. Ace of Cups, one of the best cards to get in a love reading. It's about opening up your heart to new love, new possibilities, new opportunities. Now, here's the thing, you guys. This could be brand new love coming in. So maybe the Death card indicates that a relationship ended, it was really tough, and now you're ready for new love. I can also sometimes see this energy happen when, a relationship hasn't been working, but we're dealing with the issues and we're transforming into the next stage of our relationship. So it can also be a little bit of an energy of like, moving from maybe a bad place in our relationship to a much better place. It can be that. So it doesn't necessarily to me mean a breakup, but if this is someone who you're currently involved with and you're wanting to stay with them, the Death card and the Ace of Cups are definitely saying that the old way that you guys were doing things was not working. And in order for the two of you to move forward, there has to be like this rebirth in terms of how the two of you connect, a new way of doing things. Or, like I said, this could also just indicate that you're finally ready to let go of an ex and open in new love. Open up to new love. I can talk, you guys. So yeah, take it if and how it connects, Virgo, but let's keep going. Oh, what else? What is this? This came jumping out, the World, yeah. There's some pretty exciting energy here, Virgo. Something is wrapping up, but it's a good thing, okay? Something that is no longer serving you, something that is no longer working for you when it comes to love is definitely wrapping up around this time, okay? It's wonderful. Now, the World card is also a sense of happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction. So whatever it is that is changing and transforming in your love life right now, you're definitely moving into a much better place. My advice based on this energy is allow the changes to happen. Allow what no longer serves you to leave, because it really looks like the tarot is saying, open up to the possibilities here, because, either brand new love is coming in for you right now, or a new version of your connection with somebody who you're currently involved with is going to be manifesting at this time. Regardless of what it is, I feel like positive changes are happening. And the big message is like, embrace the changes because it's moving you into a better place, okay? So very, very powerful energy today, Virgo. Here's what we're going to do for the rest of the reading. Let's look more at this person who you're involved with. So as always with my readings, take it how it connects for you, right? This could be brand new love coming in if that's what you're open to. It could be, like I said, moving into a better place potentially with someone who you're currently with. Maybe things are a bit rocky right now and you're hoping to see if you can move forward. So we're going to look at whoever this person is for you, their overall energy, what they could be feeling, what they could be doing right now, Virgo. I will look at the same thing for you, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's just kind of see how this shakes out. Okay, tell me about this person who is here for Virgo right now, please. Look at that, you guys. First card coming out for this person is the Chariot. Let me tell you, Virgo, they are moving towards you with a sense of willpower and determination. They are in hot pursuit. They are taking action. You can see the action being taken in the card. They're moving towards you. They're trying to progress things within the connection. Now, the interesting thing is that the Chariot a lot of the times does show up when there has been some sort of challenge or issue that needs to be overcome. So for those of you where maybe this is someone who you're already involved with, but things have been a bit rocky, the Chariot suggests that your person has the willpower and determination to want to overcome those challenges together. Tell me more, please, about this person's energy. The Justice card. Ooh, maybe you're dealing with a Libra and maybe you're getting a big apology. Justice card can sometimes show up when somebody feels like they've done us an injustice. You know, they've hurt us, they've wronged us, they've messed up in some way. But this is somebody who takes responsibility for it, Virgo. This is somebody who owns up to their mistakes, and they come in and they're like, I'm really, really genuinely sorry, and I'm going to do everything that I can to fix things between the two of us. So if this is somebody who messed up in some way, I think you could definitely see them taking ownership here, Virgo, and being like, I'm really sorry about how I messed up. And here's what I'm going to do to bring things back into balance and fix things between the two of us. There's a big sense of maturity there. I'm definitely getting somebody owning their issues, owning their problems, taking accountability, saying they're sorry, admitting their mistake, stuff like that. Tell me more, please. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. It's almost like there's this very protective energy surrounding the connection here. There's a sense of this person wanting to protect you, Virgo. I don't know, like there's something going on where they feel they almost need to like cocoon the relationship is the message that I'm getting. It's like they want to take care of you, protect you, defend the relationship. So maybe there's something going on for you guys where people are, I don't know, questioning the relationship and your person's defending it and standing up for you. I mean, we did have the Death card as the overall energy, which, like I said, it's something ending that leads to a new beginning. Maybe it could even be, Virgo, that something changed or shifted in your life. And as you're moving into this next phase, your person's like very protective of you and very protective of the relationship. And the other thing as well is like, this makes sense to me because let's say that this is somebody who you have history with. You know, if you guys are essentially like rebuilding and working through issues, I think your person is now going to be very protective of the connection, because if you guys have worked through these issues, they want to make sure that the relationship stays robust, it stays healthy, it stays in a good place, and they're going to be very protective of that connection between the two of you. Okay, so let's see what they could be feeling right now, please. The Knight of Swords, yeah. I mean, Knight of Swords, the Chariot, we're definitely seeing a lot of momentum being taken by your person, Virgo. Could be dealing with an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Whoever you're dealing with though, emotionally they're moving forward because this is showing up in their feelings. I think that they're wanting to move past any issues. I think they're falling more in love with you. There's a sense of them wanting to deepen the emotional connection here with you guys. Tell me what else they could be feeling, please. The Six of Wands, that's beautiful. Six of Wands tends to show up when we feel things are going to work out. It's a card of victory and success. It's a card that tells me that your person confidently feels that the two of you can build a successful relationship together, right? So like I said, it could be brand new love and somebody who's just really confident about where things are going, but it could also be a relationship where there's been a struggle, but your person is like, but that's okay because I still know that Virgo and I are going to have a great relationship. Tell me more, please. What is this? And then the Five of Pentacles, yeah. So Five of Pentacles is always interesting. To me, it tends to show up when there has been a disconnect within a relationship, when somebody has maybe felt left out in the cold. It can also sometimes indicate financial issues, Virgo. So for some of you, take it or leave it, of course, like maybe part of the issue with you and your person has been a financial struggle, either yours and or theirs. And I think we all know financial struggles really take a toll on relationships. It can be so challenging, right? It's like you can have the best relationship, but if the financial side of things is not great, it's going to cause a fair amount of stress a lot of the time, right? So maybe that could even be what's causing a bit of challenges. And, you know, maybe you guys have been going through a really tough time financially, and now that situation is maybe resolving and moving into a better place. And then that allows the two of you to connect and not have that kind of money stress. Now, the other thing with the Five of Pentacles, like I said, it can be a card of being disconnected, feeling scared of being abandoned. Maybe your person had some emotional wounds that they were holding on to that was holding them back in the relationship, right? Because sometimes what happens is somebody really loves us, but they've got those scars from the past. They've got that pain from past relationships and stuff that didn't work out. And then they bring those fears into the relationship. So for some of you, that might even have been what the issue was, is like, maybe your person was holding back emotionally because they had some fears. They had, you know, this fear of abandonment, this fear of being left out in the cold. And now they're working through those issues and being like, if I really want to be with Virgo, like I can't move forward in this fear-based type of energy. I need to start opening up. So it could also be that your person has maybe been realizing there's some past stuff that they've needed to deal with and they've been working to release it. With that Death card again, right? It's about transforming things that have not been working in the connection and moving to a better place. So let's see what actions they could be taking, please. The Hermit. So maybe some of you are dealing with a fellow Virgo romantically. Now, with the Hermit energy, it tells me they've been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking. So I think that this person is very thoughtful in how they're approaching you. I think if it's new love, there's a thoughtfulness in them pursuing you, knowing what they want. If there's history, I think they've done a lot of reflecting on the history between the two of you and just thinking about how you can make things even better as you move forward. Tell me what other actions they could be taking. Two of Pentacles, yeah. Bringing things back into balance. I definitely feel like something has been off balance, at least for your person, but this could have even been for you as well, Virgo, but we'll look at you in a moment. This is like, the more we get into it, if you already know this person, there's been challenges, I feel like it's almost a little bit of the vibe of like life got in the way. You know, like maybe the issues here really at the end of the day had nothing to do with the two of you, but sometimes life gets hectic, it gets stressful, it gets kind of chaotic. This, again, Pentacles energy, maybe there could have been a financial challenge that made things really off balance. Maybe your person had a lot of responsibility. Maybe they had to take care of, you know, a family member with a health issue, or, you know, maybe they had some struggles in their career. Maybe they lost their job. Like, there's a lot of things here, but I think your person's been reflecting on the ways that their life has been off balance and how that's ultimately contributed to any sort of imbalances within the connection between the two of you. And this is showing up in their actions. So I think they're actively working to resolve those issues because they want to be with you. Okay. Tell me more, please. And then the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Also clearing up the confusion. I will say for some of you, I do wonder if maybe some of the issues here with you and this person have been a lack of clarity about where you stand. I almost feel that maybe this person, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, maybe they were holding back. And maybe that's what led you guys to feel disconnected, right? Maybe they had a lot of shit going on. They were stressed out. They were overwhelmed. And they didn't feel like they could fully commit and give their heart to the relationship in that moment. Because if you ever had that happen where you're in just like kind of a shitty part of your life, you know, we have good moments, we have bad moments. Sometimes life is really hard. And when you're going through those stressful moments, I think it can be hard sometimes to really fully be available to a connection. And as we get into it for your person, Virgo, I do wonder if maybe that went on for some of you where your person had a lot of stuff on their plate and they're like, I just can't be the fully committed best partner for you right now, Virgo. But now things are shifting and I think they're trying to really deal with the imbalances, the confusion, any sort of uncertainty surrounding your love life and wrapping up that phase of your relationship. Like I said earlier, right? It's kind of like those things are not going to be conducive to the two of you being together. So they're working to address those issues to bring a greater sense of stability into their life, which I think will have a really good impact on the relationship. Because we've got two cards in your person's energy, the Justice and the Two of Pentacles, definitely suggesting that something has been off balance, but that your person is working to correct whatever those imbalances are, okay? So let's look at you. Tell me about Virgo's energy. Five of Wands, okay? So here's the thing. Five of Wands tends to be an energy where we're feeling conflicted. There could definitely be part of you that's like, I don't know how we're gonna deal with this. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm conflicted, but let's see how it goes, right? I feel also for some of you, this might be an indication that in order for you and your person to move forward, again, if there's history, there's probably some issues that you guys are going to need to hash out, get out in the open, have those tougher conversations, but essentially do that because you need to clear the air. And then once you clear the air, like I said, you can kind of close that tough chapter of your relationship and move forward potentially here. Tell me more, please. The Six of Swords, yeah. There's a lot of energy here. I keep getting out with the old, in with the new. Leaving behind rocky waters, leaving behind tougher energy, letting go of a tough moment in your love life and moving on to smoother waters, because that's what the Six of Swords is. Tell me more, please, about Virgo's energy, and then the Eight of Pentacles, yeah. I mean, this is basically saying to me that you are willing to put the time and effort into this connection and into this relationship. You're invested in this person, Virgo. So let's see what you could be feeling right now, please. Queen of Wands, okay, beautiful. I mean, you're not a fire sign, but I kind of feel like you're embodying this Queen of Wands energy right now where you're like, I'm just going to focus on being passionate, being, you know, confident, feeling the chemistry, feeling the connection, feeling good about where things could go. Tell me more, please. And then the Seven of Swords. Okay. So here's the thing, you guys. Seven of Swords is not a great card to get in a love reading. I feel like the Seven of Swords, you know, it's about being honest, right? It's about being able to not hold back on the things that we need to say. So this is giving me the message that, you know, especially with the Five of Wands that we saw a few moments ago in the Seven of Swords, if there's something that you need to say, Virgo, say it. If this is truly going to be a transformative time in your love life, say the hard things, have the conversations you need to have, because if this is somebody who you still want to be with and you're just trying to like move past this tough moment in your relationship, I feel like you guys are going to have to be really honest, because otherwise, if you're not honest with each other and you're trying to move forward, anything that's hidden will probably come up again in the future. So I feel like you're being given an opportunity here to really hash that stuff out and get it out in the open and deal with it. Seven of Swords can also sometimes be an energy of self-sabotaging. So I'll just kind of throw it out there, Virgo, you know, with this connection and with this transformative energy surrounding your love life, don't sabotage this energy, right? It's like the universe is giving you a gift here where it's like, it's time for a brand new beginning. Remember that Ace of Pentacles. That's not the card I pulled. Anyway, slip of the tongue. That Ace of Cups that we had in the overall energy, where it's like there's a new emotional beginning here. There's either a new love or a rebirth in the connection between you and somebody who you're already involved with. Don't sabotage the opportunity that you're being given here, okay? What else could you be feeling? And then the Four of Cups, yeah. Your energy is interesting, Virgo. Like, I feel you're more hesitant. I do think that if this is someone who you have history with, there is some complicated history, right? So what I'm seeing here is a little bit of hesitancy to fully engage with this person. It's like, I think you do want to connect. You do want to have the possibility to fix things. I do get a little bit of a fearful energy though. And this can sometimes look like, what if I try and it doesn't work out? What if I give them another chance and it doesn't work out? I think those are really valid feelings, right, Virgo? And so I think emotionally you're a little bit torn, you know? It's like you do feel this love and this connection. You do feel that there are things worth fighting for. You do want to invest time and energy with that Eight of Pentacles, but you're also like a little bit scared because it's just kind of like that what if? What if I really do open up myself to this connection and it doesn't work out? So there might be some of those feelings coming up for you, Virgo, that you're going to need to kind of work through personally if you want to move forward. Because here's the thing. If you want to move forward with this person, you're going to have to be open to being in this connection, right? Because if you're holding back and hiding things, I don't think that's going to help the connection flourish. So if this is someone who you really want to be with, you might have to be doing a bit of that work on yourself to overcome some of those fears and that tendency to maybe even with the Four of Cups shut down. Like maybe some of you have a tendency here when things get emotionally challenging that you pull back. A lot of people do that, right? It's okay, but it's about like recognizing when you're doing that so that it doesn't end up pushing somebody away so much that we can't be together, if that's what you want, right? Like all I'm saying here is that if your goal is to be with this person, I think both of you are going to have to come towards each other and be open to this transformative energy and open to moving this relationship into a really good place, right? What actions could Virgo be taking? Page of Pentacles. Okay, that's good. It's like reaching out. Maybe you're dealing with a fellow earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. I see you reaching out to them. So maybe you pull back a little bit with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups, and then you're like, what am I doing? And then with the Page of Pentacles, you reach out, you initiate a conversation, something like that. Tell me more. Ooh, the Devil. Yeah. I mean, the Devil sometimes shows up when there's been some toxic and unhealthy stuff going on in a dynamic. And I feel for you to move forward with this person if there is history where things have not been smooth sailing and where there's been some unhealthy stuff, it's very important to you, Virgo, that that's addressed, right? Because the Devil is showing up in your actions, and I think you're looking at it and you might even be saying to this person, like, I do love you. I do want to put in the effort. I do want to see if we can make this work. But like I said, way back at the beginning of the reading, it has to be a new version of the relationship. Like you could even be saying this to them, Virgo, where you're like, all of that unhealthy stuff, those issues, the things that we've struggled with, we really have to work together to tackle that, right? So I think you're very like focused on making sure that this energy is transforming the relationship so that the two of you don't end up in a place where you fall back into old patterns that were not working for you guys before. Tell me what other actions you could be taking here. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. I think you're willing to be patient. I think you're willing to put in the work. You know, if this is a situation where you're rebuilding with somebody and moving to the next chapter of your relationship, and if you're fixing issues and working together to resolve stuff, it takes time, right? And I think one of the best things we can do, in my opinion, is be patient with ourselves and be patient with our partner in the process. Because assuming you guys want to work on this, like if you do want to do that, you know, then there's going to be times where maybe they don't do things perfectly and you don't do things perfectly. But that's kind of the process of ironing out the issues in the relationship and dealing with it and moving forward. So I do think patience might be really helpful in a situation like this as well. So moment of truth here. Let's see what the potential outcome is in this situation, Virgo. Ace of Swords, look at that. Yeah. It's a huge wake-up call, brand new beginning, clear communication, getting things out in the open and moving forward. It's a brand new beginning. Remember, we started with the Ace of Cups and now we're ending the reading with the Ace of Swords, okay? This to me is a very transformative energy. It's about a wake-up call within your connection. And I think there's a lot of really good conversations that are going to be happening between you and your person right now, Virgo. I think it's going to help you guys clear the air tremendously. And then that's why we have such transformative energy in the overall energy, because it's like, if you guys are able to talk, if you're able to communicate, if you're able to deal with these issues, this can truly be a brand new beginning for your relationship, right? And I feel like I've been saying this a lot recently in my readings. I don't know if it's coming up as a bit of a theme over the past month or so, but I feel like I'm saying a lot, like it might not be easy conversations, but they're necessary conversations to move forward, right? So it might not be easy to say some of the things you need to say. It might not be easy to hear some of the things that your person needs to say to you, but I feel like that's part of the process of hashing things out, because clearing the air is what leads to that new phase within the relationship that we've been talking about. So this is positive to me, very much so, Virgo, to start with an ace in the overall energy and end with an ace. It's like we're bookending the reading here with this brand new energy, just kind of confirming like there is definitely a chance for a fresh start within your love life right now, moving on to the next chapter, whether it's with brand new love or rebuilding with somebody who you already know. But I think there could be this huge like wake up call energy where the two of you realize you do want to be together and you're able to move forward in this really beautiful way. So that's what I see for you today, Virgo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And of course, I wish you guys love and happiness always, and we'll talk soon. Bye, Virgo.